Okay, I will give a small initiation, so context setting, as I will say. All of us, you know that we have a major requirement today to achieve net carbon zero. As our Honorable Prime Minister has often mentioned, and he was also committed on the international platforms, that we will become net zero by 2070. So as on today, when we discuss about how to become net zero by 2070, there is a energy mix strategy which has been planned, and which requires many pathways, because both in terms of the demand going up with the GDP going up, the requirement of electricity, power, energy is going to be extremely high. If you look at the numbers which have been worked out by various agencies, it is expected that by 2030, this is a figure NITI Aayog has worked out, we will need something like, meeting all the demands as we have, something like 900 gigawatts of energy at that time. So with the increased demand and the existing pathways we have, if we do the business as usual, then we are likely to peak up by about 2045 in terms of the carbon dioxide emissions, and you have a problem. So multiple pathways have been given, accelerated mode of reducing the CO2, and also what we call as the line of sight approach. That means you carry out certain modifications in your policies and your energy mix and so on. Notwithstanding these numbers, globally if you look at it, everybody has realized that we have to decarbonize the system. If we have to decarbonize the system, the methods of present energy production, transportation, storage, all have to be looked at in its assembly. So when you look at these various pathways, in India today we have given a mix that we all know that in India will continue to use coal-based power even till about 2047, where the energy mix will require about 25 to 28% power coming from the coal-based power plants. So obviously when you take coal-based power plants, there will be a requirement for decarbonizing those. So clean coal technologies, advanced efficiency technologies and so on, and carbon capture and sequestration for the industrial sector, which is difficult to abate, would be the pathway. In addition to for e-mobility, for mobility purpose and industrial use, and for the other applications like buildings and things like that, other mixes are the renewable energy. And renewable will be both solar, wind, onshore, offshore, all that thing there. Then you have, in terms of fuels, the biomass, and in terms of alternate fuels like methanol, ethanol, ammonia, and things like that have been identified. For India personally, I have not advocated much of use of gas, because India does not have so much of gas reserve, but it will be mixed to a very lower level. But all these processes which are fossil fuel based will certainly have to be integrated with carbon capture, utilization, oblique storage. So this has, but in terms of clean fuels, hydrogen emerges as one of the best fuel available, and that's why nation has gone for a national hydrogen mission. So our panel will now discuss how hydrogen can be produced, transported, stored, and what are the ways and means of doing it, what should be our methodology, the government policies which are given today in terms of national hydrogen mission, where 19,700 and odd crores have been earmarked for that, and about even 400 crores have been given for research and development. And we are talking of Valley 1, Valley 2, Valley 3 as part of the national mission. So in this scenario, three things I would like pose to the panel. What should be our approach today? Is the giving color to hydrogen is the right approach? Number one, for decarbonization. You understood what we were just discussing during the tea time. This will be one. Second one will be, what is the best process for doing the production? How do you reduce the cost of hydrogen so that it becomes industrially viable for different industry sectors? And fourth is, what are the best way of doing transportation with the current technologies? And final question would be, what all R&D can be done to bring down the cost, to evolve new processes for production, storage, and transportation, and what are the various needs and likely time schedules if we carry out such an R&D for them to actually emerge as a winner. So these are some of the thoughts I had, and I will now go one by one with each one of you. And I have given the basic thing, but you can add whatever else you want to say. So since we started with Mr. Gupta earlier, so we'll again start with Mr. Gupta.